Right, so I asked the question earlier, who hates their job? So the statistics are that probably about 80% of people in full-time jobs actually don't like it. Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Like, that is mad. Do you think that's about right? Do you think that's too low?
Depends on the day of the week.
Yeah, exactly. And isn't that the mad thing? I mean, look, as I said, you know, thanks so much for everyone who's turned out tonight, but we've got over 1,500 members in this community. Like, where is everyone? Like, how serious are people about making a change? That's my real point of tonight. It's my real point of this year. I'm going to start getting tough with the people that I'm working with already. You know, it is time to get tough. If you're serious about this, you've got to do something. You've got to take action. Okay, it doesn't have to be with me or with Escape the Rat Race, but do something. At least do something. Take the first step. And what I'm going to go through tonight, hopefully, is to show you what those first steps are. You know, certainly in my experience, and Penny and Shaf, anybody who wants to add anything along the way, to question anything, you know, if they've got an experience that will add something for the group here tonight, then please, you know, feel free to do so. So, I'll start really by, and excuse the image, I'm playing around with new slides, and I found this quote yesterday, so you can see it there. Just as ripples spread out when a single pebble is dropped into water, the acts of individuals can have far-reaching effects. Okay, so the reason I've put that quote up is to really punctuate what my mission and Escape the Rat Race mission, and it really is to help 1,000 people find their purpose and follow their chosen path this year. And we've got over 1,000 people in the community, and it's now going to start really picking up pace because obviously we've got the podcast now that's been launched, and a whole load of good things that are going to be happening this year. So that's really my mission, is to help 1,000 people get clear on what it is that you were put here to do. You know, like was it to turn up and sit behind the desk that you're turning up to every day at the moment? Is that what you were put here to do? You know, do you feel like you're giving 100% of your full potential currently in what your current situation is? Because for most people, the answer is no. Is there anyone who currently is? They feel like, because I don't know what you're doing here, if you do, but yeah, so I'm guessing that for most people, and as we saw, 80% of people, you know, are not doing what they really would love to do if they had the choice. And the quote before, you know, is that, and this is where, if I sort of go back to my story, when I said enough's enough, you know, I'm going to do something about it. And I did the rather foolish thing of just like quitting my job and going, way, I'm going to just go for it. And don't do that, okay? Don't do that, because it's a dangerous game. Okay, I've managed to ride it out, but it's dangerous. So the whole thing we do with Escape the Rat Race is about helping you to make that safe transition, okay? So it's about understanding what it is that you really want to do, you know? What is it that you're great at doing? And then how can you make money from that? And then how can you start to make money whilst you're still in that full-time job? Okay, so you know, okay, I've got a proven concept here, you know, whatever it might be, if it's investing, you know, if you're doing property, if you're setting up an online business, you know, at least know that it's working before you start thinking about giving up the job. And for some people, you know, the criteria will be different, you know. I interviewed a woman, Jackie Tomes, for the Escape the Rat Race podcast a couple of weeks ago. She built a £1.5 million property portfolio in 18 months. She managed to leave her job in market research and became financially independent through the rental income. And she's 26 years old, okay? So it can be done, all right? 100% can be done. Penny's just explained to you as well, you know, financially free through property. And we've got Rohit, and where was Rohit gone? Oh, there he is. So Rohit is my partner for the business, for the property mentoring. And I'll touch on that a little bit. Well, we'll touch on it right now whilst you're standing there.
So Chris and I set up the property mentoring early,
last
2016
last
now.
year, yeah.
And the idea about it was to help people get educated within investing in property, how to escape the rat race through property, I've done it myself, and obviously comparing to what Penny said earlier, is building up the asset base that will give you the income and allow you to leave work or not, so to speak, if you don't want to, but just allowing you to get extra income from assets where you don't have to turn up. So yeah, we're doing various things, and if anyone wants to have a call or a chat about that, more than happy to. Anika is one of our mentees. She's here today. Recently joined a few months ago. But yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so property's your thing. Property's something you're thinking about that you've been thinking for a while, or it's a passion, or you were already involved in property, but you want to step it up, want to start making more money, or you want some advice and support, then myself and Rohit certainly can help you. I'm more than happy to have a chat with you about that. Okay. So I've got slides, but I'm probably going to flick through places because different things will pop into my head at different times. So something Penny was talking about there, we're talking about obviously understanding that assets build cash flow, okay? So we're all pretty clear that in order to build passive income, money that's going to come in without us actually going to work and trading time for money, then assets are what we need to build up for that, okay? So let me ask you all, what are assets? What are some examples of assets that will pay you money? Anyone?
Stocks.
Yeah? Okay. I'm going to see which pen. I'm going to write in nice and big. So stocks. Okay. So we'll call that investments. Yeah. So like ISAs. Yeah. Investments, stocks, pay dividends. Anything else? What else? What other assets are there? Property. Yeah. Exactly. We just talked of that one. So any others? Businesses, absolutely. Any others? Royalties, yeah. So royalties, another word for royalties? Yeah, intellectual property, IP, yeah. So royalties, something that you create that's then going to pay you over and over again. So,
My book.
perfect example. Plug, plug, plug. So yeah, Penny's book is a perfect example of IP. You write the book once and it sells over and over again. You know, it's on Amazon, and when you're asleep, you can wake up and someone's bought your book. It's money in your bank account, okay? And that's going to be there forever. So another definition of an asset is something you create, purchase, you know, something you own that actually will still be there when you die. Okay, so it's something that you can pass on to children. It's like a legacy. So any other examples? Because there's more. I'll tell you the 7. Okay, 7 assets. So we've got 1, 2, 3. We've got stocks, property, business, IP. We've got 4. Any others?
Metals, gold.
We're going to put it under investments. Okay. Yeah, if you don't mind, because it's essentially, yeah. Cash? No. Pensions? Yes. So pensions is a real overlooked one. So where I'm going with this list is actually something one of my mentors, Kevin Whelan, a gentleman that I've worked with for a couple of years now, he owns a company called Wealth Builders. Okay, so this is really his IP, and I'll draw you now very quickly. I'll draw you what his IP. So this is his concept, okay, his model, his structure, something that he's created. So if you look, let me draw 3 legs. I know you can't see it too well, and the pen, hopefully you can see. So I'm going to put the 7 here. So the first one here is home equity, okay? So Rich Dad talks about your home is not an asset, doesn't he? Okay, because it puts money, takes money out of your pocket, you know, you're paying for stuff. But a home can be an asset if you do something like Airbnb, okay? If you start renting it out, okay? So there is a way to turn that. Second one here, pensions. We've talked about pensions. Now, so many people in the UK have got a pension. Has anyone here got a pension? Right, okay. How's it doing?
Great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Pretty shit, probably, yeah?
I manage it myself.
Okay, so Penny's taking control. Is that through a SIP or a SAS?
Yes, it.
Right, okay.
I actively manage it.
Right. So this is the thing. So most people have pensions, and most people are very detached from a pension. Okay. So what I mean by that is you get a statement once a year, and you have a look at it, and you go, ugh, rubbish, and that's it. You know. And money goes in, and you know there isn't really the average kind of return is about 5%. Do you agree? Annual. Not if you're managing yourself, but no, for most for the UK. So pension, but you can, as Penny's touched on there, you can actually use that money. So what age can you access a pension?
55.
55, okay. That's really like the official age when you can then say, okay, I'm going to take some money out, but you can't. I mean, you can actually access it at any time, okay, if you create something called a SIP or a SAS. You can take control and you can use that pension money and start investing that in property. Okay, so if you, someone who maybe says, I'd love to do property but I haven't got any money, actually, you might have a big fat pension, or you might at least have like 20, 30, 40 grand sat in a pension. And so there's a way to actually actively take that money and start investing in property, okay? So just putting these ideas in your head, okay? If you have got a pension, and it's probably got to have at least sort of 30,000 or more, and you want to have a chat at some point, let me know about that, okay? Down here, so we're going to put investments here, and I'm going to speed up because this wasn't even in my presentation. I'm just adding this in for you. Is this useful? Is this helpful? Yeah? Yeah. Okay. All right, so I'm putting investments there. Now I'm going to quickly get back over this side and put business down here. Actually, that shouldn't go there, but it doesn't matter. Property portfolio. So we've talked quite a bit about property tonight. Quite a few people here doing property. And then I'm going to put IP, intellectual property that we talked about, and then JVs, joint ventures, okay? Because this is, again, a real overlooked one, but a real good one, okay? So we can all make partnerships with people, you know. We have something of value, might be, you know, if you think about online marketing, you might have a database, a list, you know. Someone else might have a product, and you do a partnership, and you just send an email to your list, and then you just get paid loads of money, you know. There's all sorts, and JVs is a big one, but I just want you to be aware of that. So there's a difference, and the reason why I've put some over this side and some over that side. Can anyone, I know it's difficult maybe to read the board, but anyone just throw out any ideas as to what the difference